Hey, it's your biggest fan here, Den50. I'm bringing you some gameplay on the map. What is this, Nuketown? And this is actually really old gameplay. I don't know if you guys have watched it or not. You probably haven't. And I get a pretty decent score in this. I'm playing with Triggs, and I think it's Ken I'm watching. But before I get into that, I actually want to say that Tom, aka XRX, he actually got like an A star, which if you guys don't know is like an A plus in America, I think, in one of his speaking exams, which, you know, everyone's proud about, I guess, and it's pretty good that he got it, because now he can actually move on to the next stage like everyone else. So just wanted to give that like a quick tip. But to my main topic, I actually wanted to say that for some reason it's like people think that shoutouts are really effective, and there are only two ways basically how to do a shoutout. You either do it correctly or you do it wrong. And for an example, right, Xjaws does shoutout Sundays, which to me aren't effective. They're not the shoutouts that aren't effective at all. Whereas other people, no names in specific, they do shoutouts which are effective and use greater techniques. Which I feel like if people are going to do shoutouts, they gotta do those techniques to improve it in a way. And just let me give you an example of an ineffective shoutout compared to an effective shoutout. So let's not use Xjaws because his one's sort of in the middle, but I'll hop into why. Basically, the ineffective shoutout is just saying someone's name, showing their picture for a fraction of a second, saying, oh yeah, thanks to blah 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 for making this background, like just a really quick millisecond, which, you know, not everyone will do, especially if you have a very small target audience. And let's move on to the Xjaws' shout out. Basically, with him, what he does is every Sunday, so his audience expect it, he gets someone who's completed the previous challenge, Modern Warfare 3, and he's actually decided to talk with them and, you know, get to know them a bit, give them some traffic naturally. And I'll talk about all of this and why it's ineffective. And then you got I won't talk about the highly effective one because I want to wrap that up in one go. Basically, ineffective technique is the really ineffective technique is that, you know, just saying someone made you like a background, you just saying, you know, in the little corner, oh, thanks to blah blah blah, thanks to the conflict for making this background for me. And to me, if you keep that in the very, like, in the teeniest corner, like making basically no space, no room, that's not an effective shout out. That's a mention, if anything, a really tiny mention. And the problem with that is it's not going anywhere. I mean, you, like, in the video, if you say, oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to my friend, oh, I don't know, Dragon Age 2626 or whatever, I don't know if that's a real channel, but yeah, you could give out a shout out to that in a video, but that makes no difference. That doesn't gain traffic. That doesn't, you know, people don't care about shout outs as such. And that's why when someone says that in the video, it's just a waste of time and no one actually cares, or very few care, and it leads on to much more depressing and kind of time wasting, because not everyone has good connections. And yeah, so after that, this is the Xjaws kind of thing, where he does it every Sunday. Now, the audience already know that if they don't want to watch the shout out Sunday, if they don't want to know who actually won the previous video, because it could be anybody, right? They will just not watch the video, and that's why his shout out Sundays get low ratings compared to his natural videos, which, you know, the audience don't know what they're actually watching, or they don't have great enough details to know what they're watching. But that's fine, because Xjaws, he knows what he's doing. I'm not going to say he's like stupid or anything, or he's cheating the system. I'm just saying that the way he's doing his shout outs aren't really effective. People don't want to watch someone giving out a shout out, which to me is as accurate as I can get, I guess, where, like, you need more people. Yeah, like, just giving one video, contributing one video, giving, like, where someone has to do a brief summary about themselves, having to, I don't know, never have done commentary before. Basically, I watched some guy and I thought, you know what, for once I will actually go to that person's channel, I'll check it out, I'll comment, I'll rate one of his videos and see if it is gained traffic from someone like Xjaws, which I went on. I checked out his channel. He had, I wouldn't say a decent amount of views, but he did have some gain of traffic. And if I looked at his video status, and that obviously not skyrocketed compared to something like Xjaws, but it did go up by about like 1,000 views. And considering, like, 100,000 people watched X Jaws' video, or not 100,000 people. X Jaws' video gets watched 1,000 times in terms of the shout out videos. A small percentage, like 1% went on his video and actually viewed the video, which to me is good enough, I guess, especially if you're a small channel. But no one's going to want to really subscribe or rate when there are other bigger competitions out there. And this will actually lead me on to my next video, or the video after, in fact, talking about why the future of YouTube, just like X Jaws did, I think, is like an extension to why he was wrong, and what parts I basically agreed. But other than that, back to my main point about what I was talking about, and it's just the feeling that the shoutouts aren't really effective. Putting someone in one video, linking their channel to the description, it's not good enough, because everyone knows it's just a shoutout. You don't care about that person. You only care enough to put their name in a video. It doesn't really matter who they are. It doesn't matter what they've done as such. But it just, to me, it's not really effective. Whereas if you say, oh yeah, he's my friend, just check out his channel, or if you keep giving him credit for things he's done, if he's showed some potential, it's no point like trying to give him a shout out for one video, which people may miss, and this is me leading on to the highly effective kind of shout out technique, is where you don't say, yeah, just check out this video, I'm giving this guy a shout out. No one wants to watch a video you give another guy a shout out unless they know someone who's the winner. They don't care. They don't want to check out his channel or anything unless they've got something spectacular, and I mean spectacular, where even without the channel they would have grown really quickly, and that rarely happens. But I guess that's just life, really. I do really want to keep this brief in terms of like shoutouts, because I think later on, maybe 5 videos in time, I'll be uploading explaining how to do an effective shout out, and I'll give examples in that video of how to give an effective shout out to, and probably in a dual commentary with the conflict if he wants to. But that's basically what we had to do. Other than that, I want to talk about now, just briefly, just before the video ends, I do want to, still got plenty of time I guess, but I do want to talk about why I'm back, and why, basically what's been happening for the last couple of days. Basically, the computer that I'm using that has all my gameplays that I upload to YouTube with, or other devices or whatever, the main one that I use, it somehow could not connect to the internet, and the router, because one, the router is directly connected to the computer, and the router was working fine. All the devices came fine, and I'm actually using an extender to extend the router. I'm gonna get this now. I did kind of give up in what I was doing, and I did kind of feel like, okay, well, worst come worst, I'll have to edit on the computer, transfer it to, I don't know, something like my PS3, or an external hard drive, into a different device such as a laptop, and then through that upload. But the upload speed's slightly slower, and I didn't want to waste the time of transferring everything over, and it's not my laptop which I would have to use to upload, so it's all these weird problems I don't really want to have to face. Well, other than that, everything was basically right. Nothing else really affected. Gameplays for you guys to watch is really good. If you guys want to watch Black Ops, you're probably thinking, oh, why is Standing 51 playing Black Ops still? Modern Warfare 3 is out. Well, basically, if you want, because I don't have Modern Warfare 3 and PS3, if you want, I could upload some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. But the thing about uploading Modern Warfare 3 gameplay is it's on the Wii, and I know how some of you guys have complained that on the Wii the graphics are slightly dodgy, or it's like you can't upload some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. But if you don't, then I'll probably move on to sticking with the PS3 Black Ops. So really the choice is down to you. So to say, basically, the update actually, yeah, so my internet's fine now. Hopefully, I don't know if it's going to cut out anytime soon, but hopefully it won't. I'll be back to uploading gameplay, and if you ever need to message, the best way to message us at SoYouWannaPwn is through Twitter or through YouTube. Either one's fine, but preferably through Twitter. You're going to get a much better response, a much quicker response through Twitter, and also it just helps us all round, kind of thing. So it helps you, it helps me, it helps basically everyone. So I mean, commenting through YouTube is fine, but if you feel the need that, if it's something personal or anything, contact us through Twitter. It's probably the best way. I will be using the Twitter account much more often, so look out for that. Basically, yeah, everything seems not perfect now because I'm still testing out things. I don't want to say everything works because any moment, everything can just cut out for a minute. So I just want to say for now, everything kind of works, but there's no guarantee. The internet could cut out next week forever. So there's always that issue. I might be live streaming actually during the weekend perhaps, because I'm not sure at the moment. But the biggest thing is I will be doing stuff, and it's just nice to have the computer back and laptop. So my original point actually for this video, in case some of you may have got sidetracked, was that shoutouts and how to make them effective, and I've basically concluded that in a couple more videos time I will actually have to do another video explaining, because me just saying how to do a correct shoutout isn't correct, but yeah, I'll show you guys. So it's been your biggest fan here, Denner51. Bye.